Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. Near the end of this short episode, the Guru will explain some very important information about oil pressure adjustment with Quincy compressors. And now, here's the Compressor Guru.
When we were tearing down, I expressed the importance of making sure you hook the bracket back up. And we are. Folks, we're in the home stretch on this, and I wanted to tell you a couple things. You didn't see it, but when I put the side cover on the crankcase where the dipstick goes, I used some silicone sealant. That it's a cast iron crankcase, and the side cover is aluminum, and they are known to leak. And instead of worrying it, I got it perfect. I just put some sealant on it, and it will not leak. Guys, this was a rush job. We had other emergency with a customer today. Had to get somebody else going. The camera wife couldn't go with me on that. So we'll just say it was a different problem with the pressure switch, but we can't show you what we didn't tape. So sometimes I talk about the math and what some of these rebuilds cost. Because it had a bad piston and the OEM connecting rod that we had to get, which was $500. Customers in a total rebuild with the unusual big parts, and he's been up right for $1,500. And you go, geez, you can almost buy a new compressor for that. Well, you can buy, you can go to the big box store and get something for that price, but you're not getting this machine. If you replace this machine today, you're in it for at least $3 grand for a new one. That being said, the $1,500 is short of being 50%. And even with all the sludge that was in the crankcase on this machine, there was no major damage. There was no damage to the crank. There was no damage to the main roller bearings. The inserts that came out, quite frankly, I wouldn't have been afraid to put them back in and use them again. This machine's my age, and I'm much closer to being wore out than this machine is. This machine will outlive me now. I'm going to put the flywheel back on. The only thing we didn't show you was the adjustment on the oil pump. And we got to put a new oil pressure gauge on it. Outside of that, everything's done. And I'm going to have the camera wife come around here and I'm going to show you the oil pressure adjustment to make. And then I'm going to put the flywheel on. You're not going to see me do the flywheel, but trust me, it'll go on because it has to run the machine. But it's late on a Wednesday. We've been working anytime we've had parts. We've been in here since Sunday night, and we're
It's
tired.
10:30.
It's 10:30, and customer will get this back in the morning. So, camera wife, would you come over here? Spin that. Right here is a 9/16 and 11/16.
Just a minute. Okay.
This is your oil pressure adjustment. To adjust this, you break the lock nut loose, that 11/16 nut, you wind it out, and you don't adjust the oil pressure until it's warm. When you run this machine, you've got it running for an hour, and you're probably at 150 to 170 degrees at the crankcase, and you're a couple hundred degrees up here. That's when you want to adjust your oil pressure. And the target we want to go for is 17 pounds hot. So after it's all warmed up, we want to adjust this in to raise the pressure, out to lower the pressure. And we want to adjust that to get to 17 pounds when it's totally warmed up. We don't want to run higher pressure than that because you remember in the end of the crankshaft, we had that orifice. And if you run higher pressure, the orifice actually sprays too much oil on the main roller bearing on this side of the crankcase, and if your oil pressure is jacked up too high, this machine will have a tendency to leak out of the main crank seal. So it's important that we warm it up and we adjust this for 17 pound.
It's under the... The Guru will be back in upcoming episodes. We will do some diagnostics on the road at service calls. Thank you for watching this episode of The Compressor Guru. Please hit like and subscribe and use the notify bell so you will know when the next new episode is released from The Compressor Guru. God bless you and have a great day.